In this episode, I got a special delivery, so let's check it out. Stick around. Hello everybody, and welcome to It Came From My Side of the Laundry Room. Like I said, got a special delivery, so let's jump right in and crack it open and see what we got. This package was sent to me by Jason S. I'll leave his last name off. He's the same awesome cat that sent me the Jabba the Hutt, if you remember. I'll put that episode down in the description of me taking a look at that. But he sent me something that he knew that I would love, so box is now open. Let's take a look. Oh, sweet. Let me throw the knife to the side. It's got some bubble wrap on it, so let's crack it open here. Now, this was something that I mentioned a while ago that I was looking for, and I have never been able to find. Wow. And that's the Marvel Legends Nightcrawler figure. This is the new one that came out. And for the life of me, I could find every other character in this series but this one. And my Walmart has not... they have the new Marvel Legends, but they only got like one shipment of this wave, and that was it. So someone snatched up the Nightcrawler and left, like the Boom Boom and the Wolverine, which are great figures, but I'm a big fan of Nightcrawler, and I've wanted this. So, let's crack it open and take a look at what's inside. This is sweet. Okay, here we go. We can see from the packaging, we have two different faces. We have Wendigo's arm, which is the Build-A-Figure in this set. And there should be an extra hand, I believe, here. But it's loose in the packaging down here. So once we open it, we'll take a look at that. First off, I love these face sculpts. And I cannot wait to take a look at them up close. So, without further ado, well, let's take a look at the packaging here. We have like an Adam Kubert style art panel here. Here we got a little bit of a bio of Nightcrawler. Here's the Wendigo. And here's the other figures that come in this wave. I've never seen a Mr. Sinister, but I've pretty much seen the other ones out in the wild. And I've been tempted to pick up the Wolverine, but I'm not a fan of the X-Force version of him. If it was a classic one, I'd definitely pick it up. So, and I have to apologize, the little mic I'm using for this secondary camera sometimes fizzes out and makes some weird noises. And it's usually very temporary, so stick with me if it does make some weird noises. That's a very impressive arm. I have never once been able to get all the figures for a Build-A-Figure. Maybe I should just gather up all the pieces I have and see if I can make some cool mutant version. Here's the hand I was talking about. 3 fingers, great posing. So we'll put that there. Let's pop out these heads. This one I'm very excited for because this is like the darkened shadow face Nightcrawler. And this is how he was always portrayed, like the Dave Cockrum versions and the John Byrne versions. So very excited for that. And also have to say my I'm using my phone for this, and since an update, the camera's just been a little funky, and I'm still trying to get it back to where it was. So if there is anything wrong with it, that's the reason, and I apologize. Anyway, here is just a nice jovial expressioned Kurt Wagner, and I really, really like that as well. Whoops, see, like that, the focusing. Yeah, I gotta go through the settings again. But really nice. So we'll put these heads here. He comes with a cutlass for his swashbuckling Nightcrawler. Very nice. Now, I'm a huge fan of that because one of my favorite comic books of all time is the Nightcrawler miniseries from the early 80s. And that's when we first saw Pirate Nightcrawler. Ooh, sorry about the focusing. Wah, wah, wah. So we'll put that there. And now, the man of the hour, Kurt Wagner, Nightcrawler. Oh, sorry about any noise or anything that is causing. Get out of here. So, very nice. Very, very nice. Very nice ab joint there. Very articulated. It's a nice sculpt that it comes with there for the head. Is it a bendy tail? Yes. But I don't want to mess with it too much because it's always a bummer when the armature inside gets broken. If you remember old bendy figures back in the day when that would happen. The feet are on ball joints, so that helps with having them stand. And as you can see, stands very well. Right out of the box. Whoa, I spoke too soon. I love that they come with holes in the feet like back in the old days, but there's no place sets or anything for him to stand on, so I don't get that. Why that practice is still around. So let's see if we can pop off this head easy enough without fear of hurting anything. Because that's the one thing I always worry about. So which head should we go with? Let's go with the angry head. And see, right there. Okay, I think that's on there now. Very nice. He has like a walking pose going. I'm going to move the camera so you can see. If you're curious where I'm shooting this, it's right here behind where I do Days of Dorker Past. So let's put this back up. And I thought it would be fun if we compare this newer version with the one that came out in, what year does this have on it? I don't even remember. Let's just say 2000 and... oh boy, these bifocals don't help me out at all. Excuse me for the pause here. $2005? Oh boy, I'm blind as a bat. I think that says 2005. So let's take a look at this. I remember it was very early on in the Marvel Selects line. As you can see, there's some big differences right off the bat. First off is the face. I love these face sculpts. This one, I'm a big fan of the ears protruding out, but look at that chin. And look at this profile. And yes, it's a open mouth yell, but look at this head next to it. It's the more slight features of Kurt. Take a look at his tail. And I like the lighter blue than this. Or more indigo, or however you want to say it. But the tail's smaller here. This is a little bit chunky of a tail. I don't know if you can tell here, but this version is taller and a little bit more chunkier. One of the things back in the day, it was all about articulation. So he has these huge feet, which in some of the comics he did, but very posable. I mean, they have joint on the back toe here, 2 joints here on these toes, which is nice. That's interesting. He has joints on his main digits and his thumb. Oh, I take that back. Just the 2 main digits. His wrist. His forearm, elbow, and ball joints in the shoulders. Here he has a double joint at the knee. Kind of weird paint application here. Double ab here, which doesn't lock in place very much. And nice molding here. You can see the double joint here on the back. So compare that to this. You still have the double knee joint. You don't have the articulation in the toes. You have it in the ankle. Let's see here. You have wrist movements. No forearm. He has ball joint. Slight ball joint. He has bicep joint. Yeah, I don't want to force that. And his ab stays. And he twists at the waist, it looks like. Maybe, yeah, there we go. Does this twist at the waist? Yes, this twists at the waist as well. So, less articulation, but a more superior figure. And if this was 2005, I mean, we're talking about 15 years ago opposed to last year, 2019. So, like I said, back in the day, it was all about articulation. How many you could slap onto a figure. And I think like they advertise like 36 points or whatever. This may have less, but it's, like I said, a superior figure. The only thing I don't like is how this very much looks separated. And this looks a little bit better, even though the paint doesn't match. This is a little bit more seamless to a degree. But like I said, this is the superior figure. And again, I have to thank Jason for sending this. I mean, this was such a surprise. He knew I was looking for it. He said he found one. And he was willing to send it to me. And that's so super rad. I mean, that's so generous. And I mean, in my little circle of life,
there's not a lot of generosity. So things like this just mean so much to me. They speak so loudly. And, I mean, thank you so much, Jason, if you're watching this. I mean, you really made my day. And you made my Nightcrawler collection just one bit more awesome. Look at that. You can get the tail to curl around his leg. That's cool. Stands great. So now I have 2 Nightcrawlers on the shelf. So cool. It's just a neat timeline of figures, of action figures of the time. You know, a 15, 14-year difference between the two. If I'm correct, like I said, my eyesight is really bad, but I believe the stamp says 2005. But here we go. Just a quick review, a quick awesome unboxing. Got these cool gnarly bits I'll put in my accessory box until they are in need. Oh yeah, let's put the sword in his hand while we're thinking about it. And that dawns on me. Maybe I'll make a little red bandana for him so he can be Pirate Nightcrawler, like from the comic. I'm assuming this is the hand it goes in. It's the only one that's really curled up like a fist. There we go. Maybe. There. I might have to work on that. I don't want to force it and break his hand. Here, we'll try it in this one with his movable digits. Kind of an odd grip, but he's holding it. Maybe I'll turn this one into the Pirate Nightcrawler. If I was good at sculpting, I'd give him the folded over boots like he had. And a little red bandana. I'm sorry, I gotta try again. I could just put it in this hand. Oh boy. Excuse me, I know this is boring. But hey, this is all part of the process. Because if you were to ever find your Nightcrawler and get one, you might there we go. You might go through the same things. There we go. Now he has his cutlass in hand, his saber. Very nice. Very cool. Anyway, that is that. So, back to the outro. Or to the outro. Or whatever. Thanks for watching.
Anyway, thanks for tuning in and checking out my little unboxing. Thanks again, Jason. That is so awesome. Thank you so very much. Anyway, thanks for watching the unboxing and my little figure review. I'm not very good at it, so please forgive me. It's just an awesome figure, and I wanted to compare it to the one that was released, if I'm correct, 14, 15 years ago. Anyway, if you liked this episode, please give me a thumbs up. And if you got something to say, please leave a comment. I love reading them, and I love getting back to everybody. And if you did enjoy this and any of the episodes that YouTube is recommending, please hit subscribe. And if you hit that little bell icon, you will be notified whenever there's a new episode. So anyway, until next time, keep being rad and stay dorky.